Today I'm going to be discussing my new portable welding station, which is basically built around the adjustable arm that I had on my first welding station. And that welding station was featured in a video that I did several years ago. This welding station breaks down into three pieces. There's the base that I mounted on, which is featured in the stake anvil stand series of videos. There's the vise, and then there's the adjustable arm that mounts onto the vise. So when I need to move it around, it breaks down very easily and it's very portable. If you're not familiar with the stake anvil stand workstation system that I was developing, it's basically just a workstation that has a standardized mounting system. So any tool that I set up, I can clamp onto any workstation that I have set up with that system. So here you see that I have my anvil base and I've added on one of these workstations. So now if I want to, I can put this welding station onto my anvil base. And then when I'm done with it, I just disassemble it and take it off into a storage area that I have and mount it on a rack until I'm ready for it. If I need to work outside, I just take it from storage, move it onto a portable workstation base that I have, and use it and set it up however I need to out there. So eventually everything I have will be set up on a base like this, whether it be stake anvils or vices, grinders, you name it, it'll have a base like this, and I'll be able to set it up anywhere I have a workstation set up with this system. It's basically just a way of having a really well-equipped shop without the space. This welding station is one of the first tools that I wanted to get set up because welding for me is a really big problem. 90% of what I do is small stuff, and I can do it right here at the anvil, which is right next to where my welder is. But occasionally I do need to work on larger projects and it just doesn't fit in this shop, so I need to move everything outside, and that's when it gets really awkward. So having a workstation like this is really great because I can just take it, set it up in minutes outside, and I'm ready to go. Normally I would have painted this before filming, but painting season ended about 4 months ago. It's 20 below outside right now, so it'll have to wait till next summer. In case you're wondering, I haven't taken up smoking, but when it's this cold, my little heater can only heat up the top half of the shop, so when I bend over you can occasionally see my breath. That's how cold it is here. On my first welding station, this adjustable arm was basically fixed in one place, and I found it awkward quite often to set up certain pieces because the arm always moved in one plane, and quite often I needed it to move from side to side. So here I've mounted it on a pipe so that I can rotate it and set up different angles. Having it fixed to a pipe also allows me to move it front and back or remove it altogether and slide on different fixtures that I might need. So the whole idea around this welding station and this adjustable arm is that it allows me to set up work vertically that normally would be laid flat on a layout table. I don't have the space for a layout table, so I need to use the height of the shop in order to set up some work. So I'll clamp pieces in the vise that I have here, and I'll mount the uprights on the adjustable arm, and I'll set them up for welding. It isn't the most convenient way to work, but I'm not a production shop, so that doesn't really matter to me. I just need to get stuff done, and a setup like this allows me to do things that I normally wouldn't be able to do in a shop this small. So even though this design came about because I didn't have any way of setting up a layout table, I think even if I had a full-size shop, I would still have a workstation bracket at one end of it so I could set up a unit like this. Because the one really nice thing about this system is that you're not bent over a layout table for hours on end getting stuff welded up. So anytime you'd be able to use this would be a real back saver. So that's the basic idea that I'm working with right now. Of course, as I come up with different ideas or modify it in any way, you'll be the first to know. Hi, I'm Dennis and thanks for watching. As most of you know, for the past few years I've been producing YouTube videos on a part-time basis. I am now looking to turn that hobby into a full-time job, and for that I really need your help. A small monthly contribution from a really small number of viewers will generate the income that I need to achieve that goal. So if you're interested in the work that I'm doing and you want to lend your support, please click on the Patreon icon at the bottom of the screen. Thank you. We'll see you next time.